know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Hey guys, welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. All right, who we got in the building? We got Punky Brewster, Christine P, Frank. We got Sweetness Forever, Adriana's Report, Velma C, EB, Pink Honey. Hey, you guys, welcome. Come on in. Please let me know if you can hear. Let me know if it's hey T the goddess. Let me know if it's how the sound quality is. If it's too loud, let me know. Hey, famous Samuel Jack. Hey, Demi Jones. Let me know. Coach LP. Let me know how the sound is. Because, honey, now Melissa is here from Cleveland. Hey, Ohio. Thank you. All right. Felicia says it's perfect. Frank says it's perfect. Thank you, guys. Planet Boogie. Hello. So Monique, we know that it's just been, oh my God, she has really been going at it with DL Hughley. She, called him out for, and I don't think that I did an update ever since, DL. I have the video of him in his studio talking about the actual situation that happened with his daughter. And I'm a little disturbed to find out that Monique put a man in this, and a man didn't have nothing to do with it. And it kind of, there goes my moderator. It's Nikki, not Nikki. There goes Life with the Leonard family. Hey. And I'm a little disturbed to find out that this had nothing to do with a man. It was 2 kids, 13. And that does not excuse if it was abuse, and the abuse that occurred does not excuse it. But the fact that you made this out to be something more, exasperated than what it was, again, to play on the heartstrings, to play on the sympathy of people, to get people riled up, to get people all upset. And it had nothing to do with a man. So Adriana says hey girl, she said I might as well be a moderator. Hey. The fact that, I'm finding out that it's nothing like that at all, that's a little bit disturbing. So we're going to go over that, what DL said, and then we actually have since post when we showed what her sister had said. I did see that the brother and the cousin actually commented as well. And I've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to come back and give y'all that tea. So we're going to cover that now because we're done with the Monique video. And we're going to show that the brother actually said, you need to get rid of your husband and you need to get a new manager. The cousin said the same thing. The new manager. You need to humble yourself. Now it was, I don't know how I'm feeling about the brother. This is the brother Gerald. This is actually the brother that molested Monique when she was young, that is speaking, saying you need to humble yourself and you need to get a new manager. So I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I don't know if they have, healed and they found any type of healing and any type of counseling through their situation that they had with this abuse between her and her brother. So I don't know how I feel about the brother actually speaking out on Monique, knowing that everybody knows what what y'all history is. I'm kind of feeling a little disturbed by that. I'm like, I don't think you really, Life with the Leonardson, he shouldn't have said anything. I'm kind of not feeling him saying anything, right? Right. I don't care what a molester has to say. Exactly. Like I'm not feeling that. Now the sister, hey pretty kitty. The sister, okay, she said whatever. But I'm not too, not taking too kind to him saying something. So let's take a look and a little listen at what, thank you, coach. Thank you. Let's take a listen and at what DL had to say. Let's take a listen.
They were both 13 years old. They were friends that had grown up together. And this is something I lament to this day. Denied that I said, well, that's what kids do. And I will never forgive myself for not A, believing her, and B, handling it the way I did. But for Monique, A, to put a man in that room, which never happened, and B, to bring up sexual trauma in an argument that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, is unconscionable. My daughter Tyler addressed it, my daughter Ryan addressed it with her in a letter. And the thing that I was most proud about in the letter is not only that she held her head high, because she's supposed to. The other thing is she said there are legitimate things you could have gone after my father about, because my children know exactly who I am. They know that I'm not perfect. They know that I'm flawed. And none of them would have a problem with you assailing things that are really true. But you and your husband putting a man in my daughter's room, and that is not what I said, and weaponizing it and using in a trite argument shows exactly how low you are. You are a monster. You literally are. Who says they love women and are there for women and protect the babies and would trot out someone's sexual trauma just to use in an argument? My family. You don't get to do that. I don't know if you ever had a man who loved you as much as I love my children. I don't know if you've ever had anybody who's standing in your stead, because the man next to you damn sure ain't doing it. All he's doing is wrecking what's left of the rubble of a career that you're pretending to build, trying to build back. Leave my children alone. You're a horrible woman. You love women like Ike loves Tina. This woman over here, you know one thing for sure. I love you. And I'd never let it. And I'm your daddy for real. And you don't have to pay me for it. Maybe one day you will get to be as small as you often have.
So it looks like he was speaking to his daughter. She was in, I don't know which one of it was. I don't know if it was the one that was, had the situation with the other 13-year-old, or if it was his other daughter. But, he's saying, I'm your daddy for real. You don't got to pay me to be the daddy. That was shade throwing at Monique's husband. But Monique's Family is over here on Facebook under Millicent's page. And they in the comments saying under this, remember we went over this, we had went over the post in our video. On the situation that she sees going on with her sister. Enough is enough, my sister. Stop the madness. It's not a good look. God has shut you down before, and believe me, he will do it again. Let's start by staying on topic. You are and have been displacing your anger on the wrong people. Now, the problem that I have with this, when I look at her family and I look at the sister, and then I see the brother jump in the comments and say, I'm cutting in and out a bit. It could be the connection, because there's a storm in and out. There's a storm going on over here, and our connection is, the internet is doing whatever it's doing. So hopefully you guys, it's not cutting in and out. Let me turn my air off. Maybe it's the air. Hold on. Let me turn this air conditioner off. Hold on. All right, so let me know how that is, if that's a little better, because we having some storms in the area. So if it's not, let me know. I'll turn it up a little bit, turn the mic up a little bit. All right, so this one's fine. Okay, so the problem that I have with this is that Millicent knows about the abuse. She knows about the abuse in this family. She knows what has been going on with her family. And the fact that she says that Monique is displacing her anger on the wrong people. And then you got your brother in the comment section, and he is the reason for whatever trauma you are saying and anger that you are saying that Monique has. I'm not feeling that. Now, if I can call Monique out on her stuff and I can say, Monique, I don't think that what you're doing is cool, what you're doing to DL and his family with the daughter and everything, I can call out Monique's family too. And I don't think that this was appropriate for the brother to even jump in on this. Now, I'm not going to read this post all over again because we have this on the other video, but basically she's saying, you just need to stop what you're doing. When we pray, God hears us, give it back, blah, 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 blah. Your career going to be canceled. You're dirty, da, da, da. She says, your biological sister. So then the sister says what she says, but then the brother is in the comments, and this is Gerald. Okay, Gerald Es is the brother that, is to blame for this trauma. He's the one that molested Monique when she was young. And she says that she told the father about it. And, the father did not do anything about it. No one believed her. And this stuff, that whole story that we hear, unfortunately, in Black families, when, in a lot of families, when, abuse is brought to the forefront, a lot of times the families will want to be in denial, and they don't want to believe that this has even happened. So he's in the comment section saying to Monique, he says, sis, this is your big brother. Listen now. I know you don't want to hear from, matter of fact, I know you don't care even what I have to say, but listen to this. Remember a conversation we once had. I mentioned to you, Bay, or BA, I guess, Bay. I mentioned to you, Bay, your brother Steve took from nothing to where you are now by the grace of God, with a vision you both had, being from the same place, made you great. Without no money or fame, you got there, being humble. The word is humble. You have been banished once behind bullshit. Do you remember once, Bay, that you could point out everybody wrong, and sometimes you may have been right, but now, baby, it's time for you to take a good look at self for all that about the game you are in. You continue to play it wrong for all of them, for whom help you get fame. You shit on your family, your friends. You shitted on in Baltimore. I am truly happy to see you get another shot, Bay. However, just as fast as it came, it can leave again, Bay. You are no gangster. Nobody owes you shit. You get what you give. Maybe it's time for you to change measures. Love always, G. And then the cousin, Lee Rusk, is the cousin. And she says, Gerald Es, which is the brother that just talked, hey, cousin, woo, I'm praying, fam, that she get a new manager. I just don't have no words. Stay safe and take care. And Lee, the cousin, then speaks to Millicent, the sister, and says, hey, Millicent, prayers up, cousin. I just don't have any words right now. Stay safe and blessed. Lisa from Beechwood, but their cousin or whatever. And then somebody else says, Eric P Bryant says, as I read this, normally I wouldn't respond to stuff like this, but this is my family. And I have to say simply this: honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. I just hope and pray a certain person receives this so they can be delivered from their pain. Your arms are really too short to box with God. So that person is saying that they are family too, but they are trying to allude to the fact that Monique did not honor her mother, because the rumor has it that she didn't go to, and I'm not going to say it's a rumor, but the sister alleged that she didn't go to mom's funeral and she did not honor her mother and father, that she actually turned her back on them. The family is really estranged, okay? But it's the brother for me. It is the brother for me, calling her baby. Like, there is no trauma here, that he was not the one that abused her and caused her pain and caused her trauma. This is actually sickening, and it's just weird in a sense, and it gives me an insight to the level of pain that her family has caused her, and actually why we see Monique in pain and acting out. And now I can actually see why she took it there with that conversation with DL and the daughter, because she took it straight to the type of abuse. Man, was a man, and she took it to the highest level of abuse, and she's thinking about her trauma because she said DL was her daddy, remind her of her father, with him not believing his daughter when she was 13 and saying, well, that's what kids do. And that was the conversation that she can remember having with her own family. So this whole situation is kind of reminiscent of what she has went through in her life and what she went through at the hands of her father not believing her. So she took it there, and she took it straight to her own trauma, right? So this is really weird for me with the brother in the comments section and the sister even entertaining him. I know that it's a delicate situation when a family has been through something like this and people don't know whose side to be on, or that's why you need counseling and you need to get help. You need, your family needs to get help of professionals, and this family needs to heal. This is a family in crisis, because it's not normal to have gone through a situation like this, and then you in the comments calling her baby and talking to her like, I get it. You are still her brother. You love her and you guys are still family, but you touched her in an inappropriate way. You actually really went all the way with her. You didn't just, it was a full it was a full act, with giving. Monique describes it as he gave her candy and went all the way, right? So it's a full, you went all the way. And as you are typing and talking, you just should not have said anything. So this tells me his character. This tells me the type of person that he is. Like, it makes me feel as though you really don't think that, maybe you don't think that you did anything wrong. I mean, are you embarrassed? Are you ashamed about anything that you've done? Because the world knows what you did, right? Gerald, you've been on Oprah. Everybody knows that Monique has this situation in her family, and they know who you are. So the fact that you can even personally go on Facebook and comment under your sister's post and step out and say, it's me, I'm Gerald, I'm the brother, you don't have no shame in your game. You have no shame for people to know that you molested your sister. And now you speaking on what should have happened to her career, and that she need to get a new manager. Yeah, she does need to get a manager. Yes, she do. But I don't think that you have a right to be speaking on her at all publicly. So I think that you should have just not said nothing, and the sister to leave your comment up. If I was the sister, I wouldn't even allowed your comment to stay on the page. It would have been deleted, because this is public. It would have been deleted. So that tells you right there that this family, do they believe Monique? It makes me feel like they don't believe her, right? that maybe this is the part with the story, that maybe the family does not believe Monique. It doesn't believe that this happened, even though he has admitted that he did it. He's admitted he went on Oprah and said he did this. So yeah, this is not the other brother. The other brother's name is Stephen. And we had the when you look at the documentary in the beginning of the video, I think I can bring it up. Let me share my YouTube and the picture of the brother Stephen. Yeah, Stephen is the one that used to be her manager. I was trying to find his social media pages, but I could not find him. But he is like some type of talent. He's still in Hollywood or in the industry as some type of talent person or whatever. And did you guys know that Monique's father actually played with her in the Parkers? I didn't know that. He was on the Parkers. So I was trying to find out if I could find clips of her father, because Steve Grimes Sr. is his name, and he was on the Parkers. He has a IMD or something like that, and a credit for being on the Parkers. So I don't know if he was actually in it or if he was some type of producer or what, but he's accredited for having some type of affiliation with the Parkers. Yeah. So let me get this. I want to show her father. I mean her brother. Let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm getting it. Okay. So let's see. Again. All right. I'm just not having a. Alice Imes, who was an engineer, and father Stephen Imes Jr., who was a drug counselor. She is the youngest of 4 children. Monique was interested in performing, but was heavy as a baby and continued to be so throughout her childhood and teenage years. As a drug counselor, she is the. Okay, so you can see the one right there. That's Stephen, the one in the tuxedo. And then Millicent is the sister, and Gerald is the one that we are discussing right now. So Stephen is the older, I think Gerald is the oldest, and I believe Stephen is next, and Monique is the baby. And I believe I tried to put them, I think this is the order that they go in, but I do know that Gerald is the older brother. And so Stephen is the one that was the manager and that worked with her. So that's what he's referring to in this post when he says that they both had a vision and they went on off to, fulfill Monique's career. So that's who Gerald is referring to, Stephen. So Gerald is the one that was on the Oprah show that admitted to violating Monique when she was a kid. So I don't think that it was appropriate for him to be on Millicent's Facebook post. And I don't think her as a sister should have even allowed that post to remain, knowing what happened in the family and knowing that the public is looking at it. So it really speaks to the trauma that she's faced in that family. The family is estranged. They don't have a relationship. Monique does not have a relationship with them. And I see, like, this is hurtful, for Gerald to be in her comments, to be talking about her career and telling her what she needs to do, knowing that you violated me and knowing that the world knows that you violated me. This speaks to his character. He's not right in the mind, in the head, because what type of person would publicly comment knowing that the world knows what you did, right? He says, sis, this is your big brother. Listen now, NA, listen now. I know you don't want to hear from, matter of fact, I know you don't care even what I have to say, but listen to this. Remember a conversation we once had. I mentioned to you, Bay, your brother Steve took you from nothing to where you are now by the grace of God, with a vision that you both had, being from the same place, made you great without no money or fame. You got there being humble. The word is humble. See, she needs to humble herself. You have been banished once behind bullshit. Do you remember once, Bay? You told that you could point out everybody wrong, and sometimes you may have even been right. But now, baby, it's time for you to take a good look at self. For all that you know about the game you are in, you continue to play it wrong. For all of them for whom you help, you get fame, you shit on your family, your friends, you shitted on in Baltimore. I'm truly happy to see you get another shot, Bay. However, just as fast as it came, it can leave again, Bay. You are no gangster. Nobody owes you shit. You get what you give. Maybe it's time for you to change managers. Love you always, G. And then, the cousin, like I said, says, hey, cousin, woo, I'm praying, fam, that she get a new manager. I just don't have no words. Stay safe and take care. And, it's just, again, the family knows exactly what the conversation has been and what has gone down in that family. But still and yet, he's commenting. The sister allowed that comment to stay. This is the brother that molested her. Yeah, he didn't lie. No, he didn't lie. He did not lie. But this is the brother that molested Monique. How do we feel about that? How do we feel knowing that this is the brother that molested her? This is not Stephen. Stephen is the one that was the manager. Gerald is the one that was on Oprah, and Gerald is the one that molested her. Yeah, he's the wrong one to talk. Exactly. Millicent, she spoke and she said what he said. She said, but she's allowing his comment to remain up. I think that's shady. And I think that shows what she was faced with in that family, because how could you leave the message up knowing that he molested her and that the world knows he molested her? That speaks to their position as a family, that they have stuck together through this and they have band together through it. So it's just like saying they don't care what have happened to Monique. She got famous and she left them. She had the money and she left them. She left them because he's speaking about that in that message, that you shitted on everybody from Baltimore and you shitted on your family when you got famous. You left. And you left everybody. So you shitted on everybody. So they have a vendetta and they got a grudge against her because they feel like once she made it, she left them. She didn't give them no money. She didn't, bring them up out of, like I said, the sister is working at Walmart, which there's nothing wrong with working at Walmart, right? But a lot of people's like, oh, she's just jealous. She's jealous of Monique. I just think this family they need healing and they need counseling. This family, whatever Oprah was trying to do for them, maybe Monique should have maybe had, instead of looking at it like it was, she would have been, exploited. Maybe she should have taken Oprah up on the family getting counseling and the family doing the show together and getting some type of help, facing this trauma and having professionals help them. Now, it didn't need to be done in front of the world. Like if I was, Monique, I would have said, well, Oprah, if you want to truly help us, if we can do the counseling, if we can do stuff behind the scenes, and then maybe if they wanted to publicize it and let other people get healed, that has this situation through them by watching their journey. But I think the counseling should have took place first. They should have, had it off camera and had a icebreaker first, right? And had a counseling session as a family unit before airing an episode, getting everything out first, hashing stuff out, even maybe a Yana Fix My Life or something. But if they were going to go through Oprah, okay, Oprah was the opportunity, right? We're going to use Oprah. Doing all of that first, doing some of the work first, doing some of the behind the scenes work first, confronting this as a family. And then, because now that the mom has passed and the father has passed, what is it that they can do now? I mean, the father has passed and the mother has passed. So what can they do now? The ones that are left, it is the sister, the brother, and then Monique. Oprah was wrong for exploiting her family like that, because that wasn't what she thought. It was just going to be the brother. And I still don't see what it was that the brother was going to, he was going to come up there, tell him, he went up there and was going to just do what? Just him. And you weren't going to be on the show, right? It was just going to be him. And you thought, I mean, you should have known that it was going to be some backdoor shit, because what would the show have been? Just him? No, Oprah wanted that whole she wanted a whole kit and caboodle. I need the family. I need the father. I need the mother, because that just made the show. So I understand where Monique coming from with that part. Like, it was like, damn, you just exploited us. But at the same time, maybe that was an opportunity that could have been, seized. That could have been seized. Could have been a moment that they could have gotten some type of professional help behind the scenes, because they need help. This is not normal. This is not, and Black families, unfortunately, this is how they face trauma, by doing what? Not dealing with it. Compartmentalizing it, putting it in a drawer, closing it up, shutting it up, putting it in a closet, closing it up, walking away, and pacifying their hurt, their trauma with drugs, drinking, whatever, to cover it up, instead of facing it and dealing with it. And then what do you see? Anger. You see anger. You see, there's always some type of strife going on, because they got things that they need to deal with and they're not dealing with it. It wasn't Oprah's place. But if Oprah was offering a show and she was offering some type of healing for the family, what was it that she was going to accomplish without Monique? Monique should have shut the whole thing down. If it was just going to be, if you said that you were just going to be your brother, how was that going to provide any healing for the family? You said, oh, I wasn't going to stop my brother bag and his opportunity. I was going to let him. But how was that going to heal the situation without you? So I don't think that if you weren't going to be on the show, he shouldn't have been on the show. Cocoa Butter Barbie says, you think Oprah would be more compassionate, given she had many traumatic experiences too. Exactly. And if you notice, do you see the common theme though? It is the abuse. It is the molestation. It is that theme, because a lot of Black families, unfortunately, go through this and have gone through this historically. A lot of Black families, and it's secrets. It's hidden. We don't speak about it. As long as we don't speak about it, it didn't happen. We just going to stay in denial. Oh, that boy ain't do that to you. Oh, you was fresh. Oh, it's that. So what do? It's generations after generation of hurt, pain, and anger. So this is sad all the way around. And I can see it just by this darn Facebook, the interaction between siblings on the Facebook. How you got your brother up here commenting, and everybody in the world knows what he did to Monique? Come on. He wasn't the one to speak out. You spoke out. That was enough. Why would you allow his comment to remain? I would have just deleted this comment. Now, what I don't like, and when we want to, no, it's not just Black families. It's a lot of families. But when speaking about our community, because we are Black, we're speaking about Black families. We know that it is not all Black families. I know that. but we're speaking in this instance about Black families. I just love how Black men and Black women tear each other down, makes the KKK's job easier to do. Just sad. Well, I don't see how anyone, I'm not tearing anybody down. I'm actually exposing the fact that him as a molester shouldn't be on anyone's page being allowed to comment. As an abuser, he should not be up here talking about anything that has to do with Monique. And the sister shouldn't even be allowing the comment to stay up, knowing that the world knows what he did. That's my stance on it. Whether he's right, wrong, whether he's right or wrong, he shouldn't be up here speaking. I'm so sick of these people thinking that they can just, why do you feel like you could just come and just talk to me while I'm live? I don't. Now, you see, I'm probably doing some type of show or something. And here you is in the damn thing trying to talk to me. Hi, friend. I don't even know. Do y'all be getting on Facebook? Do y'all be getting these foreigners that just try to hit you up in the DM? I'll be like, where are these people coming from? Some of them be from Iraq, Africa. Y'all be like, how did you get in my inbox? But it just shows the family and what position they are in and what Monique has had to deal with. Now, Monique's actions, this does not make her exempt from, her behavior. To speak on the family, to speak on, she has two brothers. It's the right brother, yes. It was the right brother. The other brother is Stephen. And if you're just catching this video, rewind a little bit, and we showed Stephen, and we showed who Stephen is. And in the documentary, yes, D, we know that. And in the documentary, we have showed that Stephen was the manager. Stephen is the younger brother. Gerald is the older brother, and Gerald is the one that had the one that did the act. Okay, he was on Oprah. You see his face, so we know that it was him. So we know Gerald. We know that that's the face because when we clicked on the Facebook profile, it's Gerald, and it's the same person that was on Oprah's show. Okay, so it is the brother. I wouldn't, I try to do my tea before I go live. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, check that out and research that and looked at that before I came up here and even started talking about it. Because I would never, I would hate to put that on someone and it not be the right person. And then I got to retract it. So I definitely looked at, and made sure that that was the case before I went live. Yeah. So D, yes, it is the right brother. Gerald is the abuser. Gerald is the one. Stephen Imes is named after the father. And Stephen is the one. So that's the one that was the manager. And I believe, I'm sorry, I'm going to flip it around. I believe Stephen, is older. And I believe Gerald is the younger brother. I believe that's how it goes, because Stephen is named after their dad. So you would think that if you're going to be named after the dad, you're probably the first one, but who knows? Sometimes it doesn't go like that. The junior don't have to come first. But in this case, Stephen Imes is named after the father. That's the dad's name. And then Gerald is the brother that did the abuse. If you go and look up the Oprah Winfrey video and look up the video with the family, you see that Gerald is the one that made the confession and said that he did it. He admitted it. He admitted it on Oprah that he did do this, right? So I think it's distasteful for Millicent to leave that comment up, knowing that we all know that Gerald did this. And it just shows what she's been dealing with. Now, is Monique wrong? Yeah, she's still wrong. And that's what you guys got to hold people accountable. When they do stuff wrong, they do stuff wrong. It's just because you have been victimized and you have been through trauma, it doesn't give you a pass to now just go out and do whatever it is that you want to do because, we feel sorry for her. She's been through trauma. So she get a pass. Just let her do whatever. No, it doesn't work like that. Oh, she's hurt. She's got anger. She's got issues because she's been abused. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to run around and run amok because you've been abused. A lot of people been abused. A lot of women been abused. Doesn't give you a pass. And like DL's daughter said, there were a lot of things that you could have went after my father about. Why that? This doesn't have anything to do with the contract dispute. Your issue that you claim you had on that stage has nothing to do with it. It doesn't have anything to do with it. So why are we even here? Why are we talking about something that happened with DL's daughter? And the fact that she made it and embellished it is just what I told y'all before. A person will try to attach their trauma onto your trauma. They want to try to trauma bond because they want you to stand for their cause. They have a cause. They have a vendetta. They want to get as many people on the bandwagon as they can. And then when they see that that is not working, now I got to try to find something else. That's not good. And then when he called her, when DL called her a monster and said all those things, that's about as accurate as he can put it. And that's just putting it gently, because she is acting as a monster in that instance. It's retaliation. You're retaliating by using somebody else's trauma. I don't care whether she was 13, 14, 15. And that's the thing with DL. It doesn't make it any less traumatizing because he was 13. Sir, no, we're not going there with that. Trauma is trauma. But now I get it. Like, you made it more than what it was, trying to make it like it was because you wanted it to sound more traumatic, as far as people would say, oh my God, it was a man. But if we say, oh, they were both 13, somehow that's supposed to make it okay, right? That's supposed to make the trauma or the act a little less traumatic and a little less vile because it was two kids. No, it happened. And I think that's what Monique, her point, it happened, this happened, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. Yeah, it was a deflection. Deflection definitely has nothing to do with this situation. And then you want to bring you want to bring Black people and Black women. You want to bring Black women into this. We don't have nothing to do with this. Leave us out of it. I get sick of this. And I always tell my viewers, stop letting people bring you into their mess. We don't got nothing to do with this. We have enough that we are fighting for. We don't have nothing to do with these celebrities' shit. Leave us out of it. We ain't got nothing to do with you being upset with DL because he was on that radio show and you didn't like that question and you held on to that question. You held on to that question for years. And you said, when I meet up with DL again, I'm going to make him pay for this, because you asked me something like that. And it made me think now when I hear DL say, you with a man knowingly knowing what kind of man he is, because DL tried to allude to the fact like everybody kind of knows that Sydney could be a little questionable. And Monique knows that that's what he was trying to say at that damn question in that damn interview. So she wanted to retaliate against him. She wanted to retaliate. So she held on to that for years. And she said, when I meet him, I'm going to light fire under his ass. And that is what she is doing. She is not going to let it go because she's got a vendetta. But meanwhile, you're just going to burn up whatever opportunities that you have left. Now, whether or not 50 gets on the bandwagon and whether or not he, doesn't, I can't see this affecting her role on BMF. I don't think that that's going to happen. But it definitely is going to affect and put a bad taste in people's mouth going forward. And how is it that you want us to boycott Netflix, but you about to do a special with Lee Daniels on Netflix? It wasn't Netflix for me. Okay. You want us to boycott Netflix, but now you have an opportunity with Lee Daniels again. And it's going to be a special, and it's going to be a show or a movie or whatever on Netflix. So why would we be, we only boycott when they're not giving you an opportunity. When it's not working for you, that's when we need to boycott. But because you are now getting back in the game. Everybody's good. See, it's giving me, when anybody has anything negative to say, we don't like them. We got to go after them. But when they are giving you something and it's an opportunity and it's something for Monique, then everybody's good. She just said that Lee Daniels is a real brother, but you was just dragging the man. He had done blackballed you. He was every name in the book. But now that he gave you an apology and he done gave you another chance in movie, he's good. See, it's a walking contradiction. Walking contradiction. She always brings blacks and women when she feels wrong, but what has she done for us? I don't see her out fighting for any injustices except her own. And that's another thing. When they say, I stand for you for real, okay? She says that she's standing for us for real. She's standing for black women for real. Okay, where's the resume? Where are the examples of standing for us for real? Talking a good game? Talking a good game? See, when I stand for people, it's something that I need to be giving to the community. If I stand for you, like as far as I'm concerned, right? I give back by teaching my class, and I'm teaching other people how to do YouTube. I'm showing other people how to make money and how to get their channels where they need to be, right? And I'm providing it at a discounted rate where people are charging $500, $800, thousands of dollars. I charge under $200 my class. Under $200. In this class, you learn editing, you learn everything that there is to learn about YouTube, all that. That's my way of giving back. So when people say, well, what you doing for the community? I'm teaching other women, black women, whatever, but it's been black women so far. I'm teaching my community and my peers how to be great. I'm telling them about, passive income. I'm teaching them what I know and where I've been as far as YouTube, if that's what you want to do. Anything that you learn, it's always good to pay it forward and, share what you've learned. So that's my contribution. When the Costco girl situation was going on, right? I didn't know what I could do in that instance for that young lady other than doing the video. And, we found out that certain things wasn't right and all that. But that led me to joining Operation Underground Railroad. I took the class. I took the little, passed the little exam thing that you needed to be able to become a volunteer. And now we work with them and we do fundraising for them when we advertise some of our products and stuff. 10% of that goes to the Underground Railroad. We have a partnership with them where we give back. So when you're giving back to the community, then you can say that I have my hand in helping. Where is Monique helping anybody at? All she wants us to do is rally behind her and rah-rah and jump in comments and, stand as a mob, the mob mentality. That's what it is that they want to do. The mob mentality. And we just not, I don't want black women to fall into that trap of standing for people because they have a vendetta. Yeah, you are a hurt little girl that throws temper tantrums. The great manipulator. I agree with that. And that's why her situation, she resonated with the DL Hughley with his daughter, because she went right into that. And it's like, ma'am, this is not you. This don't got nothing to do with you. You're making it about you and making it about your trauma. You remembering what happened to you. So this is why I say you cannot, want your cake and eat it too. You want to be in Hollywood or you don't want to be in Hollywood. If you don't want to be around these people, because I keep hearing all of the wrong and exposing everybody. If you watch the documentary, when you get you with Monique, you better not do nothing around her, because when she get mad at you, she's going to tell everything. If you notice, that was the trend. Every time she gets upset, she starts doing a video and she will tell everything that she know about you. Everything that you have told her. She will do a live and expose it when she gets upset. And then it becomes about what? Her. Now she has exposed you. So my whole thing is, how is it that you want to be around these people and you want money, fame, fortune, and roles, but you want to expose them at the same time? It doesn't work like that. These people are not going to want to work with you. They're going to say every time we do something with her, she's going to expose it. Netflix is like, I don't know if I want to enter in a contract with her. She gets upset with us. She's going to go show everybody all the paperwork. That's what people are going to think. We can't work with her and we can't do anything with her because when she gets upset, she's going to show everything. That's what it's given. Right. What she did to Kim, right. And then tried to say that she was liking Sydney. Don't nobody want that man but you. It was DL Comedy Show and he included her in it. It's explained on Gossip Girl YouTube channel. Well, he did say that. He said that he was working with Monique and against his better judgment, that he had been presented with opportunities to work with her in the past and he turned them down. So seems like he was giving her a chance. And look what happened. Right. I don't know how he's going to pull it off because it's on Netflix. And yeah, 50 Cent wants to work with her. Yeah, he wants to put her in the BMF. He's going to put her in there as Goldie. But my whole thing is, please, please, please don't get into it with 50 Cent because he's a troll and he's the worst one to get into it with because he will match that energy. He will do the same thing that you're doing to him, doing to DL, probably worse. 50 is not going to be with it. 50 going to give her just what she's looking for. Okay? He's not going to be that one to expose when you get upset with him. You think you're going to come up on social media and drag 50 and expose 50 business. Oh, no, ma'am. That's not going to happen. Right? So I just was a little, I didn't like that post. I was like, ew, what is he doing talking? Why the brother up here? I wasn't feeling that. I said, what is it? Ain't this the same? I said, ain't this the same damn? Oh, no, you are a predator, sir. You don't have the floor anywhere. You don't deserve to be talking. Who gave him the mic? I'm mad at the sister. Delete that. Delete it. It says, sorry, sis, but if you charge $200 to teach how to do business, I don't charge $200 to teach how to do business on YouTube. That's not what I said. It's not what I said. I said I charge under $200 to teach people how to edit, how to do YouTube videos, how to read your analytics, how to create a channel, how to edit videos with editing software, not to talk about how to do business on YouTube. To talk about how to do business, it would not be $200. That's not worth it. No. And there's a few people that took the class in these comments. Yeah, I am contributing to the community because you don't do anything for free. Do you know how long my class is? My class is almost 4 hours. Okay. And in the class, it's a very detailed class and it's information that is definitely needed. People don't know about. And my class is the cheapest out here. Okay. Some people charge $500 and up. Yeah, Paula, the class is way under 200 and you're getting amazing information. Thank you. Thank you, Coach LP. She's actually someone that has taken the class. So, I understand where I don't know, what kind of energy was behind this comment, whether it was, were you being shady or what? But I mean, you can't really speak on something unless you've taken it. So you don't really know what I'm offering because you haven't been in the class. Right. Nobody works for free. I mean, it's 4 hours of my time, and I'm not going to be, teaching something for 4 hours and I don't get paid to do it. And especially the information that we give. Right. Because we're teaching a lot of information is in that 4-hour class. Didn't he say the guy took him to the free clinic and it was his friend? Now it's a 13-year. So that's what I don't know, because I didn't see the original. I gotta watch the video with DL to find out what was originally said. But to me, it doesn't matter what age it is, right? It don't matter. It doesn't matter whether or not it was a child or a man. Abuse is abuse. And I don't think that it lessens the blow anymore of what age it is, So that's what I said in the video earlier, that him trying to point out that it was a 13-year-old, to me, it doesn't lessen the abuse. And the class has helped me develop content and even understand when to post and how important the title and thumbnail is to draw traffic to your channel. Thanks. And, a lot of people have, a few people that have taken the class have said that they gained subscribers and, views and stuff after the class. So it's not just teaching how to do business. It's actually more to it. So. Right. Both of them were 13 years old. So I don't know whether I care whether they were both 13, right? Because if she was violated, a violation is a violation, no matter what age you are. No is no. I'm violated. And then I go to my father and he doesn't believe me and he meets me with that energy. But then I don't know if she told him when she was 13 or she waited till years later. I'm hearing that she did not tell him until it was years later. So how was he supposed to do anything in that instant if she did not tell him when it happened? So that's the thing too. If it was something that happened in that time and you didn't tell, but a lot of kids do that, a lot of people that have been in that trauma and they've been through that situation, they don't say anything right away because they don't know how to deal with it at that time. They could be scared, they can be embarrassed or whatever. So they don't tell their parents. They wait, right? So if he didn't know at that time, what was he supposed to do? How can he acknowledge it if he didn't know? Right. The daughter was sitting there. He acknowledged his daughter was sitting across the room from him making that statement. So why should he lie? You are so right. He said it was years later. And so then when we sit here and, we go back and forth and we say, well, maybe it was this and maybe it was that. We don't know. We don't, but yeah, definitely, Jarita. Yes, this is a great point too. I don't think DL was trying to lessen the abuse, but point out that the lie that it was a grown man who was DL's friend, that was a low blow and that was way too much. But you know why she insinuated that it was a man, because it makes it sound even more horrible. It makes it sound that much more egregious by saying it was a man, right? That makes it sound terrible to say it was a man. I think Monique is just stuck in that Precious role. She got to get out of that. Precious is over. You are off the set. Just snap out of it. I just feel like, well, didn't we? But see, wait a minute now. We did that. We did the video on Will Smith. And remember, Will Smith said that he was doing that. What is that type of acting where they got to learn how to do and take on their character, and they study the character, and they, it was hard for him to separate himself from 6 degrees. What was it? 6 degrees of 6 degrees of separation in that movie, 6 degrees of separation. He said it was hard for him to separate himself from that character. So that's what they do. They got to research their characters and they get into it. And method acting. That's what it was. Method acting. And so you have to be able to separate yourself from that. So maybe she was doing the method acting and she has not separated herself from that damn Precious character. Girl, you have to go de-escalate. It's you got to go and step out of that character, because it seemed like ever since she did that role, she done took that on, and now that has become her life. Like, girl, step out of it. In each live, it was Sydney that broached the topic of those radio interviews. He's been pushing her to avenge his honor. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see that. Yeah, Precious was Monique's personal life. Method acting, they totally immerse themselves and become the person. Heath Ledger became the Joker. Maybe she got stuck in the character, or is she more like that character than she admits? Mm-hmm. You have to consider the source. Hurt people hurt people. Monique needs to get that band riding husband off of the band and try to find herself somebody else, because Monique is done. I agree. I think that's who she has always been. Well, honey, she done jumped into that character and it seemed like she just can't get out of it. It's like, girl, take the suit off. The movie is over. Movie is over, ma'am. But what do you guys think? Drop in the comments and let me know. I thank everybody that has sent me little, in the last couple of days, you guys have sent me little cash apps. If you want to keep cash apping, go ahead, because I do not always promote my Cash App and my PayPal. I have really stopped doing that. We accept super chats and stuff, but a lot of people said, Sweet Pea, why are you letting people get your bag? You get your money. Don't worry about what people say. So I have taken that advice for this video for the Monique thing. If y'all want to send me some money, go ahead. There go the Cash App and the PayPal. I ain't gonna turn it down, but it's not required. I really stopped promoting it, because people just was talking too much shit, and we were not begging and we were not asking. So I just took the shit down. Like, listen, to stop all that, I took my stuff down. But a lot of people's like, well, where is it, Sweet Pea? So there it is. It will be up today, and it will be on the thing. It's on the community tab today. But after that, I ain't putting it back up for a while. So every now and then I'll hit y'all with it, and then I'll take it down. So this has been another edition of the child. I gotta get me a manager. Y'all DM me. I need a manager. I don't need a daddy though. I don't need nobody like daddy. I don't need it. Y'all hear every time. Tell him, daddy. I said, Lord, if she say that shit one more time, tell them that they both be fighting each other. Who's going to say the most profound statement? I be feeling like I'm listening to Black Power, some type of Black Power rally when I'm listening at them. I'm like, they both fighting each other of who could say the best slogan. I'm telling you. Child, they talk too much. That's their thing. When you're talking, you can't hear. And they talk too damn much. Sometimes you need to be quiet. When you talk too much, you can't hear. Shine would love to take the class. Go ahead and email me at, here we go. Our next class is on the 18th. Teach you how to at Gmail. Oh yeah, honey, this class is jam-packed. So that is matter of fact, I could do this. I'm gonna do this, y'all. I'm gonna create this real quick. We just had a class today. Teach you how to and our next class is on the 18th. I try to do like a couple of them a month. It's a lot of information, jam-packed information, child. Jam-packed. All right. That is the email, teachyouhowtotube@gmail.com. Like I said, the course, it is under $200. It's very affordable. If you are a YouTuber or you're someone that wants to create a YouTube channel, we will teach you how to become monetized in 60 days or less. And gain subscribers, everything that you need to know about YouTubing. So send us that. We teach you about passive income, all of that. So go ahead and email us. No, I do not want a husband daddy. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. But I might need a little manager, because you know we going up, up, up. I love you guys. This has been, oh, you know what? Before we get up out of here, we're going to take it up out of here. We're going to hear a word from our sponsor. Thank you to Bright Cellars Wines for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bright Cellars is the monthly wine club that matches you with wine that you'll love. Get started by taking the Taste Palette quiz to see your personalized matches. Now, Bright Cellars matches you with wines from all over the world, curated to your taste buds. They are focused on finding unique hidden gems from small vineyards all over the world. And with hundreds of private label wines, you'll be able to try a new wine you've never tasted before. All you need to do is take their 7-question quiz so they can gather your taste preferences and deliver wines you're guaranteed to love. Each box is completely unique to your taste palette, meaning no box is ever the same. Each box comes with wine education cards for each bottle that outline the tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperatures, and its origins. Wine wisdom cards help show you how to store and open your wine, keeping it tasting fresh for longer. Now, all Sweet Pea Diaries viewers will get 60% off your first purchase by clicking on the link in the description box below. Thanks again to Bright Cellars Wines for sponsoring this video.